I'm just going to let a bit of air out the tyres. That's all I got. So this is what I'll have to use. I've still got about 100 k's to go to Iron Knob. Oh, the peace and serenity here. But it's slow going because of the corrugations. I'm down to 20 k's an hour. It just shakes the FJ and Crosstrak to bits otherwise. The bones of the Crosstrak are good. Just things like the cupboards. And so here I am at the cupboards, and they haven't been screwed on correctly. Wow, this is far worse than I thought, Jayco. The quickest and easiest way of doing this really is to push a matchstick into the hole, snap it off, then we'll get our new screw and screw it in. But once I've fixed them, they're fixed. Put the right screws in them, put the screws in correctly. Sealed up the vents for the dust. There's only been very little dust in there. So when I say seal up the vents, these are the vents I'm talking about. So I've really crudely just put some tape on that one, which I will do better with that one. That's just for now, just some tape, seal it up. And then down here, this is the other vent, and I've just put a piece of thick bin liner, took the screws out of this and just sandwiched the bin liner in there. It's just a quick, crude job for now, but it seals it up. And if you don't seal that up and you go on a dusty track, you'll be sorry, because you will really get some dust inside. So let's look at the dust in these cupboards. Nothing. Comes up to the sill here, and it doesn't get past. Same in the fridge. The only exception is this one. Now again, the dust doesn't get past. The dust doesn't get in there, but there's a wheel arch in there, and dust does come up through the wheel arches inside the cupboards. Only a very small amount, but it does get in there, tiny amount. Not worth worrying about. Just a little bit of dust down here. And this vent above the toilet shower does let a little bit, probably see better like that, does let a little bit of dust through, because there is some vent holes which are always open up there, and this grid gets a bit dusty brown. What do they call them, these dust prevention systems, and they probably weigh quite a few kilos to have on your roof. Just don't need one. not on this. It's pretty damn good for dust. Finding it very difficult to drive on here with these corrugations. You can see how bad they are. Onwards and upwards. As the corrugations worsened, 2 of the drawers had jumped out onto the floor. I'll secure them further, but will probably involve a Bunnings, which you won't find around here. Yes, it tracks very straight. Being a narrow van makes it perfect off-road really. With a track width similar to the FJ's, it not only runs in the FJ's tracks, but it reduces the chance of snagging the scenery. One of the brakes on the caravan is smoking. Now it's rolling fine and it seems to be braking fine, but it's smoking, so it's obviously binding a bit. Now it could be dirt up in there, but I'm going to turn the brake controller right the way down anyway. I'm going to turn it right down to 0. Immediately it's better. It's much better. I don't feel I'm pulling such a weight. So it must have been binding, I think, with all the dirt in there. I'll strip it down when we get to camp. So the electric brakes have stopped working on this side, and it's a cable that's come out. Let's clean it up. Disconnected itself. Let's give it a clean up with some brake cleaner. This waterproof seal was just munched down into the bottom, just pushed in and crushed all down to the bottom, so I'm going to put it in correctly. I just need 2 hands. So after a good clean and placing the rubber seal in correctly, with a little help from a tiny smear of dielectric grease, it all clipped together and all worked perfectly. Just to note, you saw me use brake cleaner on electrical connection. It's not really the correct stuff to use. It's all I had. Make sure you use some electrical contact cleaner. I'm in a town now, so I've just picked this up. That's the one you want to use.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
It's not moving. Oh, there he is. He's thinking about it.
It's starting to rain now. We probably could do without it. Probably could do without the rain, but there's nothing you can do about Mother Nature. So we just carry on. Rained quite heavily last night. No leaks, nothing, not a drop. That's not the first time it's rained either. It just doesn't leak. And hopefully don't get too boggy. So I'm underneath the Crosstrak, and just want to show you a few things I've done before we set off. If you look here, all the pipes and cable are going through a clamp which is far too big. They were just rattling around in the cab. So I just bought myself a roll of rubber from Bunnings, put the rubber around and cable tied it up so it now fits in the clamps. Same again here, big clamp, but all these cables were just rattling around in there. They needed securing. That's quite a sharp edge, and you don't want pipe work rubbing on a sharp edge. So again, Bunnings, I call this pinch weld. It has got another name which can't think of what it is now, but just take some of this and line these holes like I have done there. Just line these holes with it. I've taken it one step further there and put some conduit over the pipe, cable tied it on there as well. But this is really important to give it a soft edge. I did notice some small gaps that they've missed. Even though they've used a mountain of sealant, they still didn't manage to seal it all up. Well, I do like the look of the van, and also what I like what they've done with the Crosstrak now is they've rigged the back for a better departure angle. You're not going to catch it so much if you go down some steep off-roading obstacle. Nice bit of wheel clearance too, and they put 16-inch rims on this, whereas I think their Outback models in other stuff is about 15. Oh, they're huge, aren't they? Don't know. Really sandy, very sandy. It's just got these patches in there of rock. And you hit that rock, and I'll shake the car to bits. But let's keep going. But this is gravel, but a lot of it is stuck hard. It's too hard to be in four-wheel drive. Anyway,
turn right.
We've reached the end of it, and now we're going to see bitumen again. There we go, that's the end of the four-wheel driving and tracks, end of the tracks. Okay, let's go, onwards and upwards, let's go. I need some fuel, just check the fuel station's open. Super diesel maybe, unleaded. Don't think we're open. This one's open. You'll come across this a lot in outback towns where the fuel is unmanned. Even though they may be connected to a general store, the store so often has nothing to do with the fuel side of things. So you can download an app or pay with your card. Just follow the prompts.